Hey guys, I'm back, and today we are going to be not really reacting, but looking at the Marvel Rivals Season 3 patch notes, and why I think this season it's not dead. I don't think Marvel Rivals is going to die. I don't know why people say that. It's not. It's just going to a average player base, like Overwatch and every other game before it. Every other game before it has its highest player count, and then it goes down to a stable player count. I don't know why people say Marvel Rivals is dead. It's not. It's just not. Anyways, while doing this, I'm also going to be eating double chocolate Grandma's cookies and some Gatorade because I'm hungry. So you can think of this as a little bit of an ASMR too if you wanted. Anyways, first up, Vanguard Emma Frost. Looks like the White Queen is trading a bit of offense for more glam. Her damage and her survivability in diamond form are taking a slight hit. Reduced telepathic pulse damage at 99 energy from 120 a second to 110 damage per second. And from 150 per second to 140 per second at 100 energy. God damn, it's that big of a jump? Jesus. Reduce diamond form damage reduction from 30% to 25%, and reduce the energy cost of Psychic Seduction ultimate ability from 3,700 to 3,400. I think these changes are fair. Emma is a S tier character. The only things she can't really deal with are like flyers, but even then, her Psychic Pulse is, I think, long enough to deal with some of them. I think this is fair, right? She was unkillable in her diamond form. Plus, she's also immune to a lot of ultimates. Like, she's immune to Jeff ult in her diamond form, I'm pretty sure. She's immune to Groot ult in her diamond form. She's kind of immune to a lot of ults, and then she can also tank a lot of ults if she's in her diamond form. So, making it do a slightly less damage reduction is fair. Plus, she can't be displaced. And reducing her pulse damage, I think is fine. She, again, I think of Emma as a tank DPS. She does a lot of damage for a tank. She's very survivable and all that. I do think this is fair. And they even buffed her Psychic Seduction with making it cost less. Makes sense. It's not the best thing in the world. So I think that's fair, in my opinion. So, yeah. Let me just get a grandma cookie right quick. The thing. We're not afraid to say it. It's clobbering time. Now with smoother moves and more utility. Time for more pain with your brothers and sisters in arms. New ability, Battle Blitz. The thing leaps towards enemies, gaining 25 damage reduction. Leap target distance to enemy is 20 meters. Stone Haymaker, new effect, knocks down hit flying enemies. This is needed. He could not counter any flyers. Though let's be honest, most things, especially in lower elos, are going to use this for dive heroes more than flyers. But also, it's only 20 meters. I feel like most flyers would be more than 20 meters up. Am I wrong? Like, Iron Man would definitely be more than 20 meters up. Actually, yeah, most of them would. Because, like, even Ultron's a hit scan that has infinite range, so he doesn't need to be 20 meters. Besides his drone needs him to be like 20 to 40 meters away. So, like, yeah. But I think this is a good change. Don't really have anything to say about this. Same thing with Emma. It's a good change. Venom, on the other hand, I got a little bit to say. Venom's got a sticky grip. His control after diving in is now slightly more terrifying. Increased cellular corrosion enemy slow effect from 15% to 25%. Um, so this is a net buff. Now, whenever he hooks you, you're way slower, so he can get more damage and get the damage easier. So, yeah. Would this make him like broken good? I don't think so. Like, I feel like Venom is pretty good. Like, he's probably like A to S tier. At lowest, I would say high B tier. But I think he's like in A tier, probably high A tier, in my opinion, right? Again, I don't play the game. I watch people play the game, so take what everything I say with a grain of salt. But I have seen enough out of various content creators and various channels to know a lot. And no, their opinion is not my opinion. I really don't care what their opinion is. To me, though, this is going to make him way more better. Everyone is slower, meaning he can, actually do a lot of damage to them. Very good. I guess this is a very good buff. We'll see if this makes him overpowered in next season. So, yeah. So that's it for tanks. Just 3 buffs. Well, actually, it's a net. So it's a net nerf for Emma, a buff for the Thing, and a buff for Venom. Okay. So Duelist, Human Torch, Flame On, but mind the heat. Johnny getting a team-up anchor effect, but a little less firepower to balance things out. Reduce fire cluster damage per projectile from 6 to 5.5. Reduce Supernova ultimate ability active shockwave damage from 80 to 75. And Fire Tornado damage over time from 120 per second to 110 per second. Okay, so that's a net nerf and add team up anchor bonus 5% damage boost for him. Right? That's a net nerf. But his other abilities all 5% have 5% more damage now. So that's very good. So it's a net buff in my opinion, but it's also a net nerf for his cluster and his supernova. Because his fire tornado only does 100 and... Actually, is it? Yeah, it only does 112 no, 112. What the fuck am I saying? It does 116 damage, is it? I think it's 116 damage, right? Because it's 11. Again, I'm not good with math, especially percentages off the bat, so I'm sorry. But it is just a nerf, but his other abilities do get the 5% buff. So I don't think he's dead. I think it's fine, but he did get a nerf plus a buff. Iron Man. Tony slightly powers down with a reduced damage output and longer wait for his ultimate. Reduce the first 2 repulsor blast hits from 40 to 35 and from 50 to 45 while in armored overdrive. Increase energy cost of invisible pulse cannon ultimate ability from 2,800 to 3,400. Wow. They really nerfed him. Wow. I think he's dead. Like, Iron Man isn't good. Like, he hasn't been good ever since he's been taken out of the Gamma Overdrive. He hasn't been good because, like, he doesn't, even as the team up anchor, he doesn't get enough to use him. Like, even whenever you played as, like, you had an Ultron on your team and wanted to help him, like, Ultron, what I've seen with loads of channels now stuff, and even loads of, like, smaller creators too, Iron Man barely gets played with Ultron. It's literally just Ultron himself. So, like, yeah, I don't think Iron Man does enough to give. I just don't think he does enough to have him on the team as one of your 6 playable characters. I just don't think he does enough. There's other characters that do the exact same thing that Iron Man does, but better. And have better ultimates and better abilities. So, like, yeah. So, is he dead? Maybe. Maybe. Especially since it seems like in this season, they're cracking down on flyers. Even though Jean Grey is like a pseudo flyer, like how Star-Lord is, but whatever. Also, I do think it is, again, I'm not blaming you guys, because I would be a casual too. Casuals, because no one looks up. No one looks up. Let's all be honest here. No one looks up in hero shooters for some reason. So the Iron Mans, Storms, the Ultrons, they kind of just run rampant because no one shoots them. Even though there's hit scan characters that can definitely shoot them out of the sky, they just don't because they're in the sky and it's harder to shoot them, right? So, like, yeah. Mr. Fantastic. The stretchy genius gets slightly less tanky in his inflated state. Reduce inflated state bonus health from 400 to 350. I guess, yeah. Even though isn't Mr. Fantastic supposed to be like a DPS tank? Like, isn't he supposed to be like a hybrid? Kind of like how Ultron is a strategist DPS. And they took away my they took away DPS Jeff, but they're fine with Ultron being a DPS. Sure. Anyways, let's keep on going. I don't really have a lot to say about Fantastic. I don't really watch people play him that much, so I can't really say a lot about him. Like, again, I've watched people play Iron Man, but I haven't been that in anymore either. Even though I'm pretty sure he's very good. It's just that it is kind of boring. Like, you just put down turrets and just stop spamming. The Submariner. Oh my god, my voice. The Submariner. The Submariner surges forward with smoother aim and slightly sharper tridents. Increased trident and Neptune's projectile damage from 70 to 75. The projectile speed from 120 meters per second to 150 meters per second. Increased Wrath of the Seven Seas projectile speed from 120. And I've seen this. I've seen this because someone showed me. This means you can two-shot someone. If you throw your increased trident, your Neptune trident of Neptune projectile at them and hit them even as a body shot, and you use Wrath of the Seven Seas, I think you one-shot them. I mean, two-shot them. So he can two-shot now. That's nice. Oh, so doesn't he do 150 damage to heads? So, like, if he headshots you twice, he also kills you. But I feel like that was always a thing. But yeah, okay, pretty good for Namor. Just appeal buff. Scarlet Witch. Wanda's ultimate just got a little more hextra. I love puns. It's just that whenever I don't see them coming, it's like, oh. Reduce max slow rate during reality erasure ultimate ability. Charge period from 300 and... I said 300, Jesus. 35% to 25%. Increased damage from 750 to 850. Will this make our ultimate good? No. Will it be more of a threat though? Maybe. Again, it's only a threat if you get mag bubbled or you get like any like shield to block their damage, or it's like a surprise attack with like a strange portal, right? Though now I'm pretty sure she can one shot anyone in the game, even Emma in her diamond form. So yay. I really have no idea why it only does 88. No, I'm sorry, I can't speak. 850 when with how long it again. The thing about Wanda's thing that makes it so bad is one, she's not anti-CC, so she's not immune to CC, so she can get stunned out of it or pulled out of it, and it's really long. It's like what, 4 seconds or 5 seconds long? Like, that's enough time to just get it out of there, right? So even if you put it, this is why I don't get why it's 850. It should be infinite damage. Like, that might break the game, and that's why they don't do it. I guess infinite would just break the game. But I feel like it should be infinite damage because of what, like, for how long it lasts for, and that you can like how long the windup is, and how easy it is to get stunned out of it. I feel like it should just do like 1,000 damage in reality. But who knows? This might actually make the ability good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Spider-Man. Okay, Web Warriors rejoice. Spider loses his team up anchor bonus, but gains a new team up ability and a bit more bite. I hate, and I'll show you why. They make it sound like this is a buff. It is not, and it's actually a nerf if you don't have the team up on. Increase get over here kick damage when pulled to enemy from 50 to 55. Increase spider power mid-air damage from 50 to 55. Increase amazing combo damage from 55 to 60. Remember, he's losing his team up anchor, meaning he's losing the 10% bonus. What does that mean? They buffed him to have the same. I can't do this. To have the same damage, meaning they didn't buff him, they just gave him the exact same damage. They made him stay at the same place. But no, they actually nerfed him. Because his web clutch does less damage, his ultimate does less damage, and his melees do less damage. It's a net nerf. Because they kept these three increases the exact same, but then they didn't do that with his ult or anything, meaning those are 10% weaker. And then they want to say Web Warriors rejoice, like this is a buff. It's a nerf. The only thing that is a buff is the team up. And this is why I hate team ups. Because if no one plays Johnny, Spider-Man is nerfed. If no one plays Johnny, Spider-Man is nerfed. Always. If you are an unlucky individual that only plays Spider-Man, you only want to play Spider-Man, let's say you make a challenge to only play Spider-Man for this entire season, and you are just so unlucky that no one plays Johnny, you are playing a worse Spider-Man than even in season 2.5. And season 2.5 is when they took away his Venom team up. You're playing a worse Spider-Man. And the funny thing is, they didn't even have to take away Spider-Man's fucking anchor. Because Squirrel Girl doesn't become an anchor. Though she does move to Tony's, but I still think that it's useless what they did with her. It's just a homing nut that does. I'm pretty sure of what the video showed. It is less than 50 damage. I mean, there's less than 100 some. Yeah, they just nerfed Spider-Man again. And before everyone starts cheering, I know he's very annoying, but like, if that's why you're cheering, why aren't you cheering that Wolverine is like, why don't you want Wolverine to get nerfed? He's very annoying too, especially to tanks. Punisher. Yeah, let's just move on, sorry. Punisher. Frank's turret is losing some sting, and his ultimate is going to need more juice. Reduce calling turret projectile damage from 12 to 10, and decrease the spell field damage from 12 to 10. So that's a 4 damage nerf, okay. Increase the energy cost of Final Judgment ultimate ability from 3,400 to 3,700. Okay. Okay, Winter Soldier. Bucky's getting a little more damage from downtime. Yep, damage fall off maximum at 40 meters from 60% to 70%. They're just buffing Bucky again. I swear, the people in Marys, I can see their mains. Luna It's Luna, Loki, Winter Soldier, Hela, and Hawkeye. Those 5 are their mains. Because they just keep on getting buffed for no reason. Bucky is good. Why are you buffing him? He's a hit scan. Why are you buffing him? And you kind of say, oh, it's because of a flyer meta. The flyers are fucking down in the dirt already, okay? The only flyer that, in my opinion, that's really going to be that good is, like, Jean, probably. Again, I could be totally wrong, but that's what I think. Anyways, Wolverine. And here's the thing that I'm going to say this is a buff and not a nerf. Logan's control frequency is taking a slight hit as he now needs more time to sharpen those claws between leaps. Increase Feral Leap Strike duration from 4 seconds to 5 seconds, and increase its cooldown from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. This is a net buff in my opinion, because Feral Leap lasts for 1 more second. Meaning tanks are going to be shredded for that 1 more second. Yes, it has more cooldown, but remember, he has a team up with Jean Grey that gives him fire that also damages you, so you're going to get double damage, and gives him lifesteal on a 15-second cooldown. This is a net buff. like even without Jean and the whole team up, you will have 1 full second to do more damage. That is a lot in hero shooters. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so this was, okay, let's see. North for Mr. Fantastic, buff for Namor, buff for Scarlet Witch, North for Spider-Man, and net North, even though they do this is a net North, and because I'm not counting the team-up ability, because without it, it's a net North. The Punisher is just a North. Bucky is a buff, and Wolverine is in my opinion, net buff. It's a net buff. It does have the 3 seconds more longer cooldown, but it is a net buff in my opinion. Okay, Strategist, Invisible Woman. She's healing is a little more reliable. Now that's fantastic. Increase all projectile healing on launch from 40 to 45 and damage from 20 to 25. Reduced healing on return from 40 to 35 and damage from 20 to 15. Pretty much, she does the exact same amount of damage and healing if you hit both of them, but the initial one does more now than it did before, and I feel like that's fair. Though it is the easier one to hit, so I'm like, but it's the easier one to hit, so for casuals, really good change, because the return one is kind of RNG if they stand in the same place or go where it comes back, so like, yeah, I think that's good. Loki, okay, this is where I get kind of pissed off. The God of Mischief needs a slightly more energy for his ultimate. Guess he's been up to too many tricks. Increase the energy cost of God of Mischief ultimate ability from 4,000 to 4,300. Let's all drink before I start. Some good Gatorade. Fruit punch flavor too. This is useless. In my opinion, this is useless. He literally just has to heal 3 more times. Shoot you 3 more times and he gets it up. This man does more healing than Luna. And has AoE healing. He doesn't even have to hit you. He has AoE healing. Luna's ult charge, if I'm not mistaken, is around 500 to 5,500. I think it's 5,500 actually. Loki can get her ultimate before her. In my opinion, Loki's ultimate ability, and I don't know how they would even implement this, but should be how it works, but again, I don't know how they would implement this, is that his ultimate charge depends on who he's going to transform into. So if he's going to transform into Luna, his ultimate charge should be the exact same as Luna's. But if he's going to transform into someone like Spider-Man, it should be the same as Spider-Man's ult charge. Again, I have no idea how you would implement that. Like, would Loki have to choose a target before he has his ults? And would the ult stop the second that it reaches the target's charge point? I have no idea. But they have to do that or make it so that his ult charge is like 6,000. Because he is every character in the game, and most of the time, you're just going to look at your other support, copy them to get the support ult. This does nothing to Loki. The only thing I will say is that he's kind of nerfed because of the fact that Jean Grey is going to exist, and it seems like she's going to be a hard counter to Loki. So, besides that, this is barely a nerf, but it is a nerf to whatever. Oh, damn, Mantis. Okay. Well, we're going to get to him. Okay, I know what this is. Mantis healing touch grows, and her ultimate is more potent, but its frequency is reduced. What do you mean touch grows? No, it doesn't. It's a nerf. Anyways, healing flower, new effect. Heals allies by 2.5% a second. Reduced base healing from 20 per second to 12.5 a second. Increased energy cost of Soul Resurgence, Jesus, ultimate ability from 3,700 to 4,300. Increased base max health from 100 to 150. This is a net nerf. No, this is not a nerf. This is a nerf. Pure. Because the healing on allies is ridiculous. Anyone that's under 300 HP is getting healed less. Now, is she buffed for tanks? Yes, she does heal tanks quicker. But now your squishies, that in my opinion are a little bit more important to keep alive. Oh, okay, no, not as important, but you know, your other healer is going to have less healing. It's just, oh my god. And why did they even increase her like ultimate charge? Is her ultimate even that good? Like it only lasts for 6 seconds. Or 8 seconds. It's 6 to 8 seconds long. And the only thing they really did was increase her bonus max health from 100 to 150. That's all they did. Am I dumb? Or like, because she does less healing than even like actually any of the supports, I think. I think she does less healing with her ultimate than Luna. Loki doesn't count. God, Invisible Woman. Like, yeah, she literally does, like, the 3 big ones, she literally does less healing than them. Okay, sure. And she literally does less healing. So they're increasing the cost when she does less healing. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is a net north. And Ultron. Ultron's going to have to update his software as his defenses are taking a slight hit, and he's a little less of a team player, which seems fine by him in this patch. Reduced dynamic flight acceleration effects time from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. Reduced imperative firewall bonus health to self from 75 to 65 and allies from 55 to 50. I don't think this is gonna kill him. I think it's fine. It's just a nerf. The only upside with quotations on that, the only upside quotations, is that the cooldown of reduced dynamic, the dynamic flight is like comes back. It will start cooling down quicker, and since you wanted the dash more than the flight, I guess that's a buff. But in any other situation, that's just a net nerf. So yeah, and that's it. So what do I think about strategists? Buff, nerf. I don't care what anyone says. This is a net nerf, in my opinion. This is a net nerf. I don't know why they nerfed Mantis like this, and then they also nerfed her team up. And net nerf. Net nerf to full nerf for him, because the only bright side about it is that the cooldown of dynamic flight will start sooner than it did before, but besides that, it's just a nerf. Okay, team up abilities. New, ever-bonding bond. Human Torch with Spider-Man. As a team up anchor, Human Torch gains a 5% bonus in damage output. Spider-Man unlocks the new Inferno Blast ability through his team up with Human Torch. It does seem good, and I do wonder if the Inferno Blast is an AoE. I don't think it is, because if it is, then how would your ability work? Because it works like a tracer. So would you just go to a random person whenever you try to pull them in? That would be weird. But it does. But it has such a big. But it has such a big like ability that looks like it's supposed to be AoE, but we have no idea. Anyways, Primal Flame, Phoenix, and Mobile Wing. For some reason, this one doesn't have pictures. As the team-up anchor, Phoenix gains a 10% boost in damage output. That's why I'm scared, but I think she's balanced over that, so it's fine. Gains a new Phoenix Warrior ability through his team-up with Phoenix, giving him, making it so that anyone that he grabs with his lunge takes fire damage and gives him lifesteal. I hope all of your... no, actually, I'm not going to be sarcastic here. I give you my condolences to all the tank mains out there. Because unless you're playing The Thing, or you're playing Emma, and you go Diamond Form before he hits you, you're dead. That's how I see it. You're dead. I give you my condolences. Issue Alumnus. Spider-Man Squirrel, it's out. I'm not going to read it. Stock Portal Protocol. Squirrel gains a new Squirrel Missile ability from a team-up. Doesn't seem that good because it's on like a 15 to 12 second cooldown, so like it's not that good in my opinion, but whatever. Storm Ignition is being taken out, so now Jeff Nato is the only one that you have. And Symbiote Shenanigans has Hela. And in my opinion, I do not know why they had to buff Hela. Gains the Hell Tendril ability through her team-up. I have no idea why they buffed Hela again. Now Hela's like suck actually like pulls you in with like the tendrils now, so it's easier to headshot you. Great. Balance changes for the team ups. We're slightly reducing the usage coverage of the team up as even the Guardians need to pace themselves. Increase Leader Soul and Nature Soul ability cooldown from 120 seconds to 135. So before it was 2 minutes, now it's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Yeah. Symbiote Shenanigans. They buffed Jeff! Was slightly increasing the power of Jeff and of his team ability, Maximum Mayhem, now with Extra Bite. Increased Guardian of the Deep, maximum bonus health from 50 to 100, and max Tendril Link period from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. I have no idea why the Tendril Link was only 3 seconds. For a 15-second cooldown, it was 3 seconds? I think it's 15 seconds. No, it's actually 20. No, it's 20. Give me a second. I have to check something. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's 20-second cooldown. So for a 20-second cooldown, it was only up for 3 seconds. For a 20-second cooldown. Oh my god. I did not know how bad this was. Wait, continuous healing effect. Okay, you know, it's 70 instant healing and then 70 more. Okay, you know what? This is a good ability. I don't know why it was only 3 seconds long. Thank God they buffed it to 5 seconds. Okay. So, my boy Jeff is getting a little bit better. What? I think the dev team fucked up here because Joyful Splash is here. And it does the damage and all that. But why is Aqua Burst here? Aqua Burst? Why is Aqua Burst here? He doesn't have Aqua Burst anymore. That's supremely weird because everything else is... Yeah. That's weird that he has Aqua Burst still. Okay. Anyways, yep, those were the patch notes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this got made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you guys on the next one.